Hey everybody. Throughout the month of November, we highlighted the people, places, and things in Barrow County that I love. But today, December 5th, we have the Christmas edition. We're here with one of my favorite persons in Barrow County, Sheriff Judd Smith, and we're going to talk about the Christmas with a Cop program. We deal with the Holiday Connection with Family Connection, and the Christmas with a Cop program. There's enough need to go around, and I want everybody to know kind of what this program is. So nice meeting you today, sir.
Good to see you again.
So tell us more about how Christmas with a Cop came about.
Back in 2003, 2004, I was at Winder Police Department before my career here at the Sheriff's Office, and Dennis Dorsey at the time was a lieutenant. Chief Rogers was the chief of police at Winder, and Dennis and I were talking one day, one afternoon, and we were saying, hey, we need to do something locally for our kids. And I'd heard about Shop with a Cop. I'd heard about those things that happened, and previously, about 10 years previously, in Winder in the 90s, Winder Police Department did that. So I come to Dennis and I had this idea going to Chief Rogers, went into his office and said, look, we got this idea. We want to go pick some kids, want to select some kids. We want to take them shopping on our dime. And he said, make it happen. Kind of like, go. So Dennis and I went to downtown businesses, store to store, and said, hey, this is what we got planned, kind of laid out the plan. And so I think at the time when we started, it was $400 or $500. That was all we had. So then we went to the treehouse and said, we want to select some kids from the treehouse. Went to Treehouse and they gave us, I think we did 4 kids at the first time. It was $100 a piece, if I remember correctly. So fast forward over the time, we decided each year it's got to get bigger. So then we went up to 100, 150, 200. Now we're at 200, and I think this year we're doing 30 kids.
30 kids.
So we've done several hundred kids over the years. When I came over to the Sheriff's Office in 2009, we combined with the Winder Police Department, and now probation helps us. So we got a lot of folks that actually come together. But, you know, it was a situation to where we wanted to kind of expand it. But, you know, with folks like Lieutenant Spalding, Lieutenant Jenny Howell, those folks that help us do this, they kind of coordinate and go to locations and do photo ops for me. And we did that yesterday. The Walton Bear Board of Realtors did a great thing, gave us a generous donation yesterday of nearly $4,000. Ted Pender and his group at Georgia Farm Bureau gave us a check yesterday. They sponsored 3 kids, and so we're blessed. Winder's blessed. Walmart blesses us with grant money, and so it's just an amazing thing. We use the school system and the counselors to pick the kids. We try to pick at least 2 kids from every school. Sometimes we get 3, but it's just a special day.
You know, I had a mom on my Facebook page post just yesterday about how her child was chosen for Christmas with a Cop, and she was talking about the sirens blaring and how big of a deal it was. Tell us a little bit what it's evolved to at this point.
Well, it's evolved in a lot of different ways. It's gone different directions. When we first did it, we decided, let's take the kids in the patrol car. So what they do is each deputy has their patrol car, and we pair up. The kids show up, we love on them. We do this at the Winder Community Center. They'll come in, we'll give them donuts and get them sugared up and stuff and get them ready. The parents, so let me go back to how it happens. We select the kids. The school sits down, Jenny and Faye and those ladies, they get together and they select the children and they read through their program. So it's a day of crying for them. Yeah. I don't involve myself in that. So they get to select the kids, and they come back and say, Sheriff, we got 25, we got 30, we got so many kids. So once we do that, we actually give them a gift certificate that Chief Fullington and I sign, and it says Christmas with a Cop, and they actually go to the school in uniform, and they present these gift certificates to the kids.
This is like the kid version of winning the Publishers Clearinghouse.
That's exactly right, exactly right. So they do that, a lot of crying. A majority of our kids, they need it terribly. And so when we present that to them, the family knows that. So the process goes, they arrive on the 15th this year of December. We'll do a parade with them. We take all the blue lights and we parade them down May Street. We take them to Walmart. We go outside, take a big picture with them, and we go inside. We give them $200 tax-free, thanks to Walmart. And on average, each deputy and each police officer spends an extra $100, $150 out of their pocket. So these kids are getting a lot of things that they need. The parents, we get with the parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles that are taking care of the children, and they'll typically give us a list of, hey, they need these sort of items, but then we'll kick in a few extra dollars on our end. But
What's been the most rewarding part of this? Like, is there a memory that sticks out to you?
Probably the children that I see still today. Hey, I shopped with you, and every once in a while I'll get a child. Now, we do have our spouses to help. Sometimes I'll get a young lady, or and so I'm lucky because I have a 14-year-old son and I have a daughter. So my daughter can kind of help with the little girl, and my wife can help. But probably the biggest one, the biggest memory I had about 5 or 6 years ago when we first got it started here. Had a young man, and I still see today in the high school level, said, "I'll never forget getting to shop with you. I'll never forget getting in the car with you." So every deputy, every police officer, every probation officer has a direct memory. So probably seeing those kids and remembering them, and then walking up to me and giving me a hug and getting a love on them, even 5 or 6 years later, so that's special.
And that's the impact, especially there's a lot of negativity swirling around on the internet and whatnot. But for the Christmas with a Cop program, to be able to put, cops in schools and being able to see these kids interact and humanize our police officers and our sheriff's deputies, that's what it's all about. These are our neighbors, our brothers, our mothers, our cousins that are sheriff's deputies. And I've said it all month of November, and I'm saying it in here in December in the Christmas season as well. Barrow County's a better place because of you guys, and we appreciate what you're doing.
Thank you, Ben. I appreciate y'all and all that you do, and we can't thank you enough. It's the support of our community. I can't thank you for all that you're doing to highlight the good things that Barrow's doing. But we're just blessed, and I want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas, and thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, brother.
One and done.